For Tophiachu and the Slydells, things are worse than ever. They were now homeless, in a dire financial situation, and still refusing to change the very things that put them there. So it seemed that things getting worse was the only outcome, and that is exactly what happened. From more terrible spending decisions to dark secrets that could rock the very foundation of what we know about the family, they have been extremely busy, and we really don't even have to ask ourselves why. Not only has the family been living out of their car for the past couple of months, but Tophia was also losing her mind at the fast approaching ban of TikTok. The vast majority of people did not think that TikTok was actually going to be banned, but eventually it started to sink in, causing a massive wave of TikTokers and users to migrate to the app RedNote, also known as Harass. Tophia thought that she could have a fresh start over there, but hilariously, American and Chinese users teamed up to spread awareness of what Tophia had done in the past. A big thing that Tophiachu is controversial for is some of her search history results involving quote-unquote Asian teens, so I completely understand that people wanted the users of Zhao Hongshu to be aware of her past. Here are some examples of the posts that were made on RedNote about Tophia. Some of her most infamous videos have now been translated into Mandarin, and as time went on, these things only increased in frequency. It didn't take long for Tophia to notice and completely delete her RedNote account, and of course, go on to complain about all of it to her live audience.
Like, I don't get it. People can still get that, but it's not Chinese version of TikTok. There's already one, and it's legit TikTok. I don't know, you guys just willy-nilly download these apps and you don't thoroughly look at stuff. And you have to remember something. If you're downloading apps that are like in Chinese or China apps, you have to realize that their government, their rules, their laws, their regulations are different than America. If they don't agree with the LGBTQ plus community, they'll censor you. A lot of people have already started getting banned. One person said that their post got taken down for being like a LGBTQIA positive video. Yeah, if they don't agree with some of your core values, you're gonna start recanting your decisions on what apps you start, because some of the, especially because the Chinese government is heavily censoring on their apps, you're literally Americans joining a Chinese app. And I didn't think this through. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get banned and heavily censored because their laws are different than what's in America. And when you guys start getting banned for the littlest things, I ain't going to say I told you so, because people have already started getting banned because they thought they could post whatever they want. That's not how it works. Someone said on a live stream how they said how ignorant and stupid and idiotic you are for getting their app. They want no affiliation whatsoever to the TikTok ban. They already, man, they ain't like Americans over there because of downloading the app. Despite some people say, oh, I've been welcomed with some nice comments. Like, I've received some nice comments from them. Yeah, but the people that own the app don't like y'all. Once I heard all that, I said, nope, I uninstalled it. I'm sorry. Some of you guys need to really thoroughly think before you just start sticking it to the government saying, look, I'm going to give China my data by downloading this random video Chinese posting app that has no affiliation to TikTok whatsoever. And it's not Chinese version of TikTok because TikTok already has a Chinese version of TikTok. And if you really think about it, that may cause them to try to ban TikTok in China.
Are you tired of getting so many spam emails that your box looks like an Albuquerque sidewalk? Well, then let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Cleaning up spam emails isn't all that Aura does. With identity and credit monitoring, antivirus, and VPN, another great way to protect yourself is to change your passwords often, so their password manager is very helpful for that. Along with tools like their data broker removal, you will be so much more insulated from identity threats, which are becoming a bigger problem as time goes on. Last year, news broke that the social security information of many Americans had been leaked by hackers, meaning that the information of a great many of you listening to this video has been compromised. Aura can search the internet for this information and alert you if it's been exposed. Stop leaving yourself vulnerable to data breaches. Go to aura.com/kiwitapes to get a 14-day free trial and see if any of your information has been exposed. Another big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Tophiachu has this habit of holding people to standards that she does not practice and blaming almost everyone but herself. Her rants about the quote-unquote harassment that she received on Red Note paint them in the exact same way that she acted towards the housekeeper, Squid, the same one who exposed her terrible living conditions before they were kicked out of their old motel room. This rules for thee and not for me mindset carries over into a great many aspects of her life, not only in her behavior online, but also in her contributions to society. Tophia is very adamant that she will never work a 9-to-5 job again, and she makes little to no money on social media. So the primary source of income for the family is Brother Chu, who works full-time not only to support himself, but his sister and his mother. If you are a single income family living out of a car, you might want to be smart with your financials. You might want to save money wherever you can, but this is not at all how the Slydells operate. Tophiachu is homeless and still orders DoorDash, but that's not even the most financially irresponsible that she's been lately, because very recently she was spotted attending Comic-Con. For those who don't know, Comic-Con is like this big convention for comic books and various other forms of media. It's really cool, but not at all cheap. It's not that bad to get tickets inside, but then you're just gonna see a ton of shit that you want to buy. So I guess the way to put it is, it's as cheap as you make it. Well, if you know anything about Tophia, I'm pretty sure that you can assume how Comic-Con went for her. Tophia was not only photographed by numerous sources, but also filmed, along with Mamachu, who is very rarely seen on video.
Phone while Tophia and Mamachu passes by a stand at Albuquerque Comic-Con.
Yeah. No, you could just pick me up later.
I guess I also forgot to mention that Brother Chu is attending the convention, and this photo was taken of him with a very interesting hat. The family was also spotted making numerous purchases throughout the convention, and this brought criticism to Tophia's social media pages for always complaining about her financial situation while actively wasting her money on the definition of useless junk. Almost always after receiving criticism does Tophia defend herself, and this situation would be no different. After finding out that Tophia had purchased a $50 collector's soda cup at the convention, chat was very critical in Tophia's livestream, and this led her to try and explain why a homeless woman would need to waste $50 on a collector's item.
I was gonna get those, I wanted to get like a backpack, you know? Like one of those, lunch, what is it? Bucks lunch backpacks or whatever they are, like the Disney backpacks. But a lot of those backpacks go for like $80. I was like, bro, I was gonna get like a really cool like backpack no one else has for like next Comic-Con so I could take it, but I didn't really buy anything for Comic-Con, except like to eat and drink. And my cups are in this car because we tried. I don't know if you guys, if you're in Albuquerque and you go to Comic-Con, you probably know what Wild Bill's is. We got Wild Bill's, but we got the cups. We didn't get the mugs because those like mugs, there's like cups and then there's mugs. It's like $50 per cup. That's like $100. So I got the cup because it's unlimited refills. Like you get unlimited refills for the whole day of soda, and it was like $58 for both, and it's unlimited the whole day. So it's better than buying soda from the not library. It's better than buying soda from the front. Like the Comic-Con, they have like the little like snack station. Those ones you don't get refills. This one you get refills all day. You buy it for the whole day, and it's like $58 and you get unlimited refills. And I feel like that's a lot better.
You might have also heard Tophia mention autographs, because she didn't just stop at $50 cups. She also got a couple of autographs, which can wildly vary in price, but it was still a symbol of Tophia's hypocrisy, and still a matter of much conflict in her livestream chats. At this convention, people also spotted something very interesting on Tophia, and that would be what looked like a Gucci bag. Despite being a clear replica, it was still vastly out of Tophia's responsible price range, and would be yet another thing that her chat grilled her on. But the way that she bought this bag would make Caleb Hammer have an aneurysm. Because Tophia didn't pay for this out of pocket, or I guess I should say out of Brotherchu's pocket. No, Tophia got a credit card to buy this fake Gucci bag. Here she is explaining herself.
I bought this bag. My bag is propping it up. I have like a crossbody bag type thing that I got at Savers. I think it's supposed to be knockoff Gucci, but I bought it because I really like the bag. I didn't buy it because it's fake designer. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be or if it's just made like that because it has like a B on it. And well, I needed it because I need something to carry my cards around, my credit cards, because actually I don't have anything to carry my credit cards around. That's the problem. And I've had them in my back pocket and I can't risk losing my credit cards. I have a wallet, but it's not really, it doesn't zip anymore or it doesn't close. So then I was like, I need to get a purse so I can carry all of my stuff around and not lose anything. So that's what I did, is I got a bag. Everybody that, well, not at Comic-Con, but wherever we went elsewhere that wasn't Comic-Con, they liked my mom's backpack because she got a Betsy Johnson backpack. It's black with green hearts. And everybody's been telling her, I like your bag. One of the ladies was like, I like your bag. Do they have any more like that? And I was like, I don't know. They have Betsy Johnson stuff because someone brought in Betsy Johnson stuff, but I don't know if they have, like, you know, any more of that because it was at Savers. When it's at Savers, you can't find two of something. Sometimes you can with shirts, or sometimes not. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to find one. I told her because she liked my mom's bag. Even the security at the mall was like, that's a cute bag. And I told my mom, see?
Tophiachu actually has a long history of doing these kinds of things with credit cards. In a clip from a couple years back when Tophia was first really popping off on TikTok, her father Tophiachu, also known as Ezekiah or Donald, would confront her for stealing his credit card to make unnecessary purchases, all of which was captured on video.
Count is off. That's why it was declined.
No, I didn't. It's credit. They gave me DoorDash credit. They didn't.
Did you just do a transaction?
No.
Okay, so they're trying to take my money. Okay, that's cool.
They sent me it to my account credit.
Okay, good. Good.
If you know anything about Tophiachu, it's that you don't play with the man's money. He believes himself to be the head of a multinational bank, so for her to do this is quite bold. Speaking of Tophiachu, you might wonder what he's been up to lately. During my last video, I revealed that Tophiachu was now out of jail, and once again living in a men's shelter. It was also recently discovered that Tophiachu has become active once again on X, but I do not recommend his profile. Sometimes he might be making snide posts insulting Tophia, but most of the time he is posting illicit images of himself, usually trying to impress either Michelle Obama or Mariah Carey. He still lives out of the men's shelter and has only been getting worse since his release, now believing himself some sort of godly figure. And I wish I could say things were better for the rest of the family. Of course, there's Tophiachu, whose health has been rapidly declining for months now. Sometimes when you're listening to a Tophia video, Tophiachu will be hacking up a lung in the background, and as time passes, it only seems to get more severe. But this isn't the only health issue that she is facing. Tophiachu also has hearing loss, so she needs hearing aids, and it was recently revealed by Tophia during a live stream that she only has one left.
Well, we have other issues. I'm gonna have to find a place I'm gonna have to get my mom, because I have a warranty on my mom's hearing aids, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get her new hearing aids because she lost her hearing aids at Comic-Con when we were at the conference, because we were at the panel for Dora, because my brother wanted to go to the Bluey and Dora panel, and she dropped her hearing aids, so she don't have her hearing aids. She lost them, so I'm gonna have to get her. Well, when she stood up, it might have fell out of her pocket, so my brother went back to look, and then he said they're having something in the conference room. There's people in there, so once they clear out, I'll go look. But then we left, and I said, ooh, we forgot to check to see if her hearing aid was there. We forgot to go back, so it's okay. I have a warranty. I can just get new ones.
Now, we've heard a lot about Tophiachu and Tophia. Hell, we even learned about Tophiachu. But you know who we haven't covered yet, and has quite possibly the biggest story of the whole family in the recent future? Well, that's Brotherchu. And it seems that he might be harboring a dark secret, one that might make him the very worst member of the family. Around the beginning of January 2025, Brotherchu was allegedly caught sending messages to minors. The story goes that one of Brother Chu's personal friends got a hold of his phone while he wasn't around and took pictures of a Snapchat conversation that Brother Chu allegedly had with a minor. Here is the alleged picture of Brother Chu's phone. "You want some more of these Hershey kisses," he says. Then she asks, "How old are you anyways? LOL, JW. He responds, 16. You? Then she clearly says, 15. And he sickeningly replies, "Nice, Miss Hershey." And then they have an extremely creepy back and forth. Now, I do want to make it very clear, all of these are just claims. Brother Chu has not admitted to this. The only evidence that we have is that the phone case is the same color as Brother Chu's, but there have been no more screenshots and no further evidence, meaning nothing's been confirmed. This doesn't mean that speculation didn't run wild. And whenever that happens, Tophia feels this compulsive need to explain herself, in this case her brother. But even though she denied that Brother Chu had done these things, she still made a number of extremely sus statements, defending a great many people who had actually committed the crimes that Brother Chu had been accused of.
None of us are registered offenders, but they love to throw the word predator around.
And the
like
ones
this.
that are registered offenders, you guys are giving a pat on the damn back.
What about Roman Polanski? Oh, let's not forget Woody Allen. But oh, we'll give that a pass. There are so many horrible human beings that you listen to right now that have gone with underage people that you truly simply don't give a fuck, and you would defend wholeheartedly down. A lot of you guys have victim shamed these people, and when there's real actual accusers, you don't do shit. Oh, but everyone loves Elvis. Oh, he was so good looking back in the day. But yeah, you guys care so much about predators and stuff that you spread these false rumors. No, you don't know. Like, why is it every time I come on the internet, one of my family members is a predator? What does that got to do with me? You can't get to me because of something else, so you try to make up something else. The only thing about what I receive on Reddit and the stuff I receive is from other people that send it to my mom. No one sends me anything from Reddit. Like when Reddit posted and deleted they were going to egg my car. I dare you to come, and your car will get egged too, so I'll fight fire with fire, okay? And if I was you, I wouldn't be spreading that rumor because that's defamation. You literally can get sued. One thing about me is that I don't have the money, but let me tell you something about my brother. You want to get sued, that's another thing, because he don't play. He'll take you to court. He'll get a lawyer and take you to court. He's got the money to do so. Me, on the other hand, I don't have money, and I can't ask my family to put forth money. Screenshots don't fly. I hope you know that. No, you're weird. Because why is it every time I come on the internet, someone's saying, oh, your father's a predator? Or I come on the internet, oh, your brother's a predator. Oh, and then what's next? Like, it's so weird. People run their mouths and don't think that people can sue them. Like, why are you making accusations that are not true? You always try to find a reason to bring up minors. Then you run and say, look, she's always talking about minors all the time. When it's you and you're weird. Why do you guys always have to mention minors all the time? My dad did not get with a minor. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Your dad.
Yeah, they said I started it, and so did my dad when he got with a minor.
Oh, he was caught with a minor.
He got with a minor.
Oh, really? He's never even left my apartment.
He's never even left my mom in the 32 years they've been, 32 years actually. I'm not even going to go there. Continue. Go ahead. You're gonna learn your lesson when you're sitting in a courtroom. But, the only way people will stop is if they get sued. Even if TikTok doesn't get banned, I have other places to monetize. I'm going to be saving money. I'm going to be suing that person that falsely called me a predator. So I think it's about time that I start getting a personal lawyer and I start fighting my case, because no one's going to fucking label me a predator, considering I did lose money because of that. So I do have a defamation case because I lost money due to this person calling me a predator. I did lose monetary value, and I have proof because I got dropped from a talent agency. A good one too, because I have to get a personal lawyer. So typically lawyers can start right away if you put money down. So I could say, how much money do you need down? And then I could put money down for a lawyer. Mind you, when you say not a good lawyer, I have a screen recording of my search history that you tried to say had corn in it from that time. So if anyone provides screenshots, it's not going to be proven. With that video and what other photos that I have photoshopped, right? The ones that are photoshopped and the ones that are not, I have ample amounts of proof that clears my name. The more they keep lying on people, somebody's gonna turn around and take them to court.
When we get a lawyer, I need to say, because I'm not making threats.
I could have already been done had money to sue people. Just like Jaguar Wright that lied on Jay-Z and is getting sued. You do know you can say whatever you want, but you're gonna get sued.
Now, what do I do?
You have to take it out of the thing. No, you have to push it out of the thing. No, the cap. You still have to take that out.
Oh, oh, this little thing in here.
Yeah, you have to take it out.
How do you take it out?
You push it out. Or there's like a little thing that that'll take it out.
Okay.
You use your palm. The palm of your hand. No, yeah, that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then, there you go. You drink it.
Oh, it smells good.
It's good.
I know, it's good, but it kind of don't have no flavor.
You have to drink it after a while. You'll taste it.
We do not know if Brother Chu is guilty or not, but what we do know is that Tophia's response to the situation was received horribly by the public, her detractors using this as further evidence of her own depravity. This was a huge topic of discussion in the Tophiachu universe for over a week, but there was a certain event approaching. One that everyone was anxious to see how Tophia reacted, and that would be the TikTok ban. Tophia had gotten the actual day of the ban wrong, and it came a day earlier for her. She still believed that TikTok owed her a couple $100 and demanded that they pay it to her. All of this accumulated in a Tophiachu meltdown that occurred on her Instagram page, where she had now migrated since the ban.
TikTok, you better pay people the money you owe them. I am owed $180 that I can't even access because the app is down. Let me tell you something. Biden said he's not going to enforce the law on TikTok, right? Let me tell you something. 100 and somehow million people lost their jobs because Mr. Shu wants to have his head up his ass and not help the fucking creators. He doesn't have to do that to y'all. Cut your guy's job off. Now we can't even access TikTok because it says TikTok is closed. What the fuck? It's not even Sunday. It's still Saturday. They have a choice to not shut it down, but they did. No one's forcing them to shut down their app and ban it. Creators are not going to come back to the app if TikTok comes back. You can't even use the app because Mr. Shu was the one. It just bothers me because, I don't know. I hope I get my money next Wednesday. That's all I hope. If not, TikTok's going to have a large lawsuit on their hands, not paying people. You can't shut down your app without paying everybody out all the money that they're owed. People have lost their houses in fires and literally are losing their jobs on TikTok. It is so crazy. Like, the TikTok app being banned kind of it's going to put a lot of people homeless. A lot of people are going to not be able to afford rent, all that stuff. So you laughing, say like, haha, these apps got banned. It ain't going to be so funny when there's mass homelessness. Then what? If people are literally saying I'm crashing out, no, I'm mad because this CEO of TikTok was making us believe we needed to fight for TikTok only for him to still ban it anyways. Like, if you think that's me crashing out, I'm pissed off. There were millions of people who depended on the very person who literally turned their back on them and said he's still not going to make the app workable, even though Joe Biden said he's not enforcing the ban. Do you know what that means? It didn't have to go away.
Tophia did not handle the ban well at all, but in an extreme twist of irony, as soon as she seemed to settle down about the situation, the ban was lifted. TikTok was banned in the US for less than 24 hours, causing us to get all of the rage of TikTok being banned, as well as all of the content that it produces. A true have your cake and eat it too moment, at least for some, not Tophia, because this bait and switch seemed to rev her back into a frenzy. The most recent thing that Tophia has been up to has been ranting about all of the situations that I mentioned in this video. Some of them are now weeks in the past, supplanted by new and bigger dramas, but she can't seem to let it go. If even one person in her chat is talking about it in a way that she doesn't like, she's gonna pop off. With her situation growing more dire, she has definitely become more aggressive.
Sorry, I had chips stuck in my tooth. My fault? Oh, it's my fault that you're dirty bastards? What do I gotta say to that? You're fatherless. You're motherless. Like, some of you guys are son of a bitches. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. Like, you're fatherless because you wouldn't be on this app still going hard at someone and it's 2025. Like, nah, bitch, you're fucking broke. I'm not gonna be broke with you, okay? I'm not gonna live with you living paycheck to paycheck. You're mad because I won't comply with you. It's like martial law in a sense. Why can't we just be successful? Because you don't want to be fucking successful. You want to be a lazy ass bitch that doesn't do nothing for themselves. Because if you really wanted to work hard enough for your dreams, you would, instead of taking it out on other people. No one's gonna stop me from my dreams except myself. If I listen to the negativity, I'm stopping myself from being where I need to be. I'm taking back my life. No one is going to take my life from me. You're not gonna sit here and try to tell me how I need to live my life. You take it out on everybody else. You're the Karen that comes to work because they hate their job so much they still come to work. Oh, the rooms are so dirty. Oh, if you can't fucking handle what you get paid to fucking do, then don't work there. Instead of making fucking videos on TikTok complaining about how shitty tenants are, or complaining how shitty you encountered a customer, then shut the fuck up and get offline and go fucking find a better job. Instead of sitting here complaining about how shitty your life is, it's shitty because you fucking make it shitty. Like I said, this is the year where I take back my fucking life. I hate people that think they're high and mighty, that they think, oh, we could just harass people and get away with it. No, bitch, I hope you lose your job because of it. Some of you guys really need to feel the wrath of the consequences of your actions. Telling someone to get a job is not helping somebody. You don't know why someone can't get a job. Telling somebody to get a job and then blaming them why they don't have a job is crazy. I'm not gonna go around and tell a homeless person why they don't have a job. A 9-to-5 job is a job, but by your logic, you ain't really paying taxes, so it's not a real job. I'm gonna say that if you have a 9-to-5 job, it's not a real job. By your logic, right? Because first of all, they take money out for taxes, right? But are you paying those taxes? No, you get a tax refund. I don't get a tax refund. I have to pay money. I have to pay taxes on all the money that I make. I don't get a tax refund. I have to pay taxes. Do you know how hard it is? Like, there's a lot of content creators living paycheck to paycheck. I'm one of those content creators that barely makes it. I would have been living comfortably in a studio apartment right now by myself if I didn't have to take care of my family. If I want to enjoy myself, I can. If I want to take my mom to enjoy herself, she can. She literally got to me Courage, and that's like her favorite cartoon is Courage. It's my favorite cartoon, but my mom likes Courage, you know, and she met the voice of Courage, and literally she cried meeting Courage. I want to read about Jennifer Lewis because I love Jennifer Lewis. I want to read Britney Spears' biography. She's fine. I read a lot, actually. Geminis love to read. Excuse me. Geminis love to read. They really do.
It seems like winter has finally came to Albuquerque, with temperatures dropping as low as 12 degrees recently. This might seem like child's play to some, but for Albuquerque it seems pretty extreme, especially if you are homeless living out of your car. One of the more recent arguments within the family has been over how they use their gas. Tophia is constantly on her phone and she charges it from the car, but the car only has so much gas and it needs to be left on at night so that it can heat the family. This has become a topic of conflict between Tophia and Mamachu, who debate the better use of the gasoline. This is the current state of the Slidells. Mamachu's condition worsening, the very same with Papachu. Tophia criticized heavily for her reckless spending, along with having numerous meltdowns over various things. And then worst of them all, Brother Chu, possibly exposed as a sicko. It seems like things only get worse for this family. When I first started covering them, they all lived in an apartment. They were all doing vastly better than they are today. And it may sound pessimistic, but I don't think they will ever get back to that point. Papachu's gone, God only knows where Hershey is, and everyone else is living out of Brother Chu's car. My pessimistic outlook might be a little different if they were putting in more effort to changing this, but it seems that Tophia has absolutely no intentions of doing this. She refuses to financially contribute to the family, and Mamachu even says that she doesn't have to. And that tells you everything you need to know. That this whole story is a product of poor decision making and an unwillingness to change. Will things be better the next time that I cover the Slidell family? I can almost unequivocally say no, and they have no one to blame but themselves.